Hi guys, welcome back. So first things first, naming your son after Stalin is not so different from naming your son after Hitler. So a question that a lot of us have been asking ourselves is, am I being politically correct? Am I being aware of the consequences of my words? Am I marginalizing any group of people with my actions or my words? Now, this simple concept of political correctness has created a tectonic shift in our society and continues to do so. But over the last couple of years, the term political correctness itself has gained a negative connotation, like it's something to be made fun out of. Now, being politically correct has managed to weed out some deeply rooted misogyny in our minds, things that are ingrained so deep that we even fail to understand the consequences of it. Now, when it comes to the affairs of the marginalized society like the LGBTQ community, things have never looked better. But that's not to say things are completely perfect right now. We still have a long way to go before they are unconditionally enveloped into the folds of our society. But that being said, strictly from a historical perspective, things have never looked better for them. Now, political correctness has played a huge part in this. People have begun to mull over the words before they let it out, which was something that was completely unseen until a few years ago. Of course, our country, along with a few others, is still lagging behind, but we have made progress. But somewhere along the way, we lost track of what we were fighting for, and that's what I want to talk about today. Instead of using political correctness as a tool to improve the lives of people, we started using it to destroy each other. And now that's where the term woke comes in. Urban Dictionary wise, being woke means to be aware, especially pertaining to issues regarding racism and social injustice. Theoretically speaking, these two terms, being politically correct and being woke, seems to go hand in hand, and it did for a while until it diverted. On a side note, will Fast and Furious 10 be shot on the moon? Now, by doing this video, I don't really mean to generalize people who are trying to be woke. Most of you are using it to fight injustice. But there is a tiny substrata of people who are wielding it like a sword. And unfortunately for the movement, that tiny substrata is the most vocal and the most visible. For our convenience, let's call this tiny substrata of people the Woke Brigade. Now, the Woke Brigade has a set of very peculiar features. First one, they have an unusual obsession with people's language. More than their actions, it's their language that matters to them. 2, they have no interest in open dialogue. They zero in on a target and then go all in. 3, if they can't find anything problematic with how a person conducts himself or herself, they will dig up something from their past. And 4, cancel culture is their bread and butter. Now this is Ollie Robinson, an English cricket player who was the latest victim of this cancel culture. More than a decade-old tweets of Ollie Robinson making some insensitive and offensive remarks about certain groups of people surfaced a while ago, and as a result he was promptly removed from the English cricket team and his whole career was ruined. Now what he said in those tweets were wrong. I have absolutely no doubt about that, and I'm not going to try and justify that. But what we need to understand is that this whole thing happened more than 10 years ago when he was little more than a teenager. Now, all of us may be politically sensitive right now, hugely due to the times that we live in, but we definitely were not when we were kids. And anyone who says otherwise is just kidding themselves. Now, this is Billie Eilish, and I don't think I need to introduce her to any one of you. Now, recently, a video surfaced of a 13-year-old Billie Eilish singing along to a song that contains some racial slurs, and she was almost cancelled. Now, mind you, she was not saying anything offensive. She was just mouthing along the words of a popular song, and that too when she was 13 years old. And it's these kind of reactions from the internet that just pisses me off. Because what these warriors of the Woke Brigade fail to understand or refuse to understand is the fact that our sensitivity and our sense of political correctness is a product of the times that we live in. It is definitely not something that is encoded in our genes. For instance, if you were someone who was born before 1980 and before 1990, then there is a more than high chance that you would be a homophobe or a transphobe and not an ally to the LGBTQ community that you are right now. And there is another aspect to this whole issue that is deeply problematic. And that is the fact that people are not being given a second chance. You accidentally say something mildly offensive or something that is perceived as offensive by a group of people, and that is it for you. That is persuading people to follow your ideology by beating them into submission. That is employing fear to make people toe your line instead of trying to make them understand. And when has fear ever been a sustainable weapon? History should teach you that. Now, political correctness is a force for good. I have no doubts about that. But being woke just for the sake of being woke is wrong. Now, sitting behind your computer typing away at how Kuch Kuch Hota Hai is a deeply problematic or misogynistic movie does not make you a hero. It just makes you a damn hypocrite. The way to bring about change is to engage with people. It's to make allies. It's to have a dialogue with the people who you disagree with and make them see the light. Making people toe your line and not giving them a choice is only a short-term solution, and it's gonna end up driving people to the other side of the issues that you are fighting for. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like and share this video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.